Welcome back to the Daily Factor. Well, chaos and protest continues to erupt in Eswatini. There seems to be no end in sight to the current situation that is happening in our neighboring country. Well, to discuss this with me, I'd like to welcome an activist from Eswatini, MLUNGISI Sibandze. MLUNGISI, good afternoon and thank you so much for joining us.
Afternoon, thanks for letting me in.
No, it's an absolute pleasure. Mlungisi, just give us an idea of what's going on, because we see on just the normal footages on social media, we don't really have, the actual footage of it through the commercial use of media. But for somebody who's on the ground as an activist, just to describe for us what is currently going in Eswatini.
Okay, thank you so much. The current situation is, it started when government refused to accept petition from people.
Okay, Mlungisi, can you hear me?
The situation on the ground, I hope yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I know. I know you're having challenges with the internet because of VPN. But Mlungisi, the people are obviously demanding political reforms. What is government saying with regards to that?
Okay, government has told everyone to go back to work. Forget about anything that he will respond anytime soon. He's telling everyone that the killings that have been happening done by soldiers is specifically foreign people. So he doesn't want to accept the blame or take the bull by its horns and address the matter at hand. So he's lying to foreign countries, telling foreign countries that everything is okay in Swaziland. Not that has been received, but yet we know, we confirm about 50 deaths on the ground, and we have about 150 people which are on Babane government and RFM and other institutions that are near the towns. So the situation is government is denying and not taking responsibility for anything. He's saying that the looting and vandalism is from people from foreign countries.
Mlungisi, King Mswati, no one knows where he is at this very moment. There are reports that he's in South Africa, reports surfacing that he's elsewhere. As a Swazi citizen, surely there is something that brings a little bit, not just anger, but disappointment that the monarchy just seems to be moving away from what is currently happening in the country.
In actual fact, I won't be surprised if he's even not in the country. So that when we needed him the most, he's nowhere to find. He haven't even spoken about this situation the last week. So the only address we are getting is from the acting prime minister himself. So the king haven't spoken. Only his children, the Princess Kanyis was the one who come up with statements telling us that everything is okay, let's be calm. They are trying to sort this thing out, but yet nothing is showing on the ground. I guarantee you, we won't be surprised if he's not even in the country.
Mlungisi, one final question. SADC, the Troika committee, had arrived a few days ago to discuss with the Swazi delegation. What are you hearing on the ground with regards to that? Because we have seen reports that there's some sort of a communication breakdown that happened between the Troika and members of the Swazi delegation. So just give us an idea of what you have heard with regards to that.
They said that Troika came and met with the acting prime minister. The acting prime minister organized the king's brother, which is the minister of Prince Langsepi. He organized the king's sons to represent the minister of defense. He organized the king's brother-in-law, which is Pastor Kasaru, to come and represent civil society. So basically, the acting prime minister organized the allies of the king so that whatever is being said to the SADC Troika is what.
Okay, we seem to be having a communication breakdown there with Mlungisi. He is using VPN because the normal form of internet connection within Eswatini seems to be giving problems, or it's either being cut out by the Eswatini government. You are completing your sentence, Mlungisi.
Yes, I was just saying sorry for the cut off because the internet, they were cutting off immediately. They see that we are talking this kind of. So the acting prime minister organized the king's allies to come and meet the SADC people. So no one from the civil society or no one from the ground actually had a chance to speak what the situation is. So the SADC only took what they had from the allies of the king and the acting prime minister, and then they went back with it. We didn't have a chance for the representative of the Podemo, of those parties which are active on the ground, to have a say on what's actually on the ground. So SADC won't be surprised if they come back and say everything is okay in Swaziland, because they didn't give the chance to the other civil, NGOs and other parties which are actually on the ground.
Yeah, well, that's quite a pity that SADC Troika hasn't really spoken to all the parties that are involved in this protest that is currently happening in Eswatini. MLUNGISI, we'd like to say thank you so much for joining us, and please do take care.
Thank you so much.
Well, there we go. MLUNGISI Sibandze, an activist from Eswatini, just giving us an idea of currently what is happening in our neighboring country, and we will be getting more on that as the days progress before there could be a potential final solution in that part of the continent.